Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Dragonstar, and we're gonna go over the replay of the game I just played between myself and Vivi. It's T90 Standard League, and I'm just gonna make a quick recap of what actually ended up happening in the game. In the start of the game, my plan was to go for a phosphor build, and it did not really work out. I was not that happy about my performance in this one because I definitely got a little bit unlucky with the double stone in the front. So I didn't really have a stone to fall back on. And my build was definitely off. Nothing other than that was the case for me losing this game. I didn't really get to do the plan in Castle Edge because I never even got there. His archer play with the forward barracks and archery range definitely hurt me quite a bit. Like the build is kinda irrelevant on what ended up actually happening. He had a very nice start in his opening compared to mine. He managed to stop me from pushing this deer, and his first tower was denying my stone immediately. I'm trying my best to keep him out, but it's not really gonna work out that well for me. I made a tower for collecting the stone, but he managed to get a tower on this side of the map with fletching, which also killed a couple of villages and denied me from taking the stone. There's not much to say about this game. I just had a horrible start and I was not really able to do anything. His response to my fast castle attempt was very good. Yo, that's game number 1. Game number 2, I think I had a little bit of a lag. I was kind of annoyed by it because I ended up actually losing a villager in the start. My whole plan is to go for an instant rush and deny him from collecting resources as comfortably as he would want to. He did a very nice job at walling himself inside, but me just hitting houses would have probably been more than enough damage. And in hindsight, I think I only need 2 or 3 militia. Going for the 4th and 5th did delay my uptime quite a bit. Like, so far my opening is completely fine. I'm actually happy with my opening. He realized what I'm actually doing, so he's just walling himself in. I lost a villager to the elephant right now, so I'm already 1 villager behind. I mean, he's gonna try to take the berries. I was always looking for an area to find him from denying to go for the berries, but he managed to get the mill up. He's also keeping the houses alive. Like, I'm going up at 29 population. This could have been easily 20 villager up click. My uptime to feudal age would be similar to his, if not the same. Maybe a forward tower here. Not having loom definitely delayed me, but yeah, that's not really something I want to be playing with. It's just very unfortunate in the start and this first and second game. I had good plans, but my execution was really bad. I feel like I wasn't properly warmed up at this stage of the game because I wasn't feeling comfortable to play these games. He always had the initiative, and this counter attack I kind of tracked it, but I was not really able to properly chase it down. Him distracting me for this long, making me chase his army all the way to the edge of the map, definitely hurt me quite a bit because I would want to have more damage being done at this stage of the game on his base. He went for tower defense after seeing the amount of mana towns. and was able to stabilize his economy much better than I did. The counter-attacks is definitely hurting me quite a bit. Economy and army advantage for him. $22 military versus 7 military. I have a big army lead over him right now, but it's not quite enough because he's going to be able to click up to the next stage much faster, and with his tower defense, he's able to not really take any damage in his economy. I'm like not too unhappy about my performance in this game, but definitely felt like I played this very rusty. Now he basically got to Castle Age without taking any big damage. With the amount of investment I made into my infantry play, I basically got no value out of it in Feudal Age. And he got to Castle Age where his knights and Costelier will just destroy me right now. Like, I don't really have an answer to this. Like, pikes and monks is my best bet with full walls. But it's too late. Like, at this stage of the game, I don't really have any big plans. I know I'm just permanently behind right now. Just picking up relics and preparing demolition ships. Resources collected. He's almost 1.3k ahead. That's like just a slow death. He has 3 town centers set up faster than me. I'm trying to go for it myself, but it's like pretty bad. $3,000 resources behind. Lots of idle time on my town centers as well. But him having Bosa, farm upgrade, and just constantly making me chase with his army kinda destroyed me. Yeah, the demolition ships basically ended the game right there. Although I was like already pretty far behind before this. Last game. Game number 3. The only game I think my plan kinda worked on. What would I do differently in this one? If I like, probably the barracks and the archery range slightly faster and more in the middle rather than where I ended up making it. My plan was definitely to just go for a forward dock on both sides of his fishing ships, but he was doing exactly the same thing, but the big advantage I ended up getting was me spreading my docks compared to him only having docks in one spot. Also, I went for the 4th dock much faster than him, so I ended up winning water, but he was up to the next stage much faster than me. We are basically seeing the same thing. He's going to make a dock over this side. I'm gonna make the dock on this side. I took one of his buffaloes, so he probably knew that I was going to do something similar to him. Yeah, we're both running our fishing ships across the map to our forward docks, which is exactly the same thing I'm doing. Preparing demos and preparing fires. We're just gonna both keep fighting on this side of the map for much longer. Compared to him, my food eco is not looking that hard right now, but I'm mostly focusing on winning water because I have more docks. Because surviving with Dravidian fishing ships is definitely a very nice option for me. So I ended up actually winning the water over here. But he has gotten a very nice castle age uptime. He has a sable on the field because I saw a scout here chasing my villager. I saw this dock and he's gonna continue fighting for water for a little bit more. He had loom. I managed to... If I just sat there, I would have been more annoying. But I lost my army into his town center. He went for these villages on my mill. Killed only one will, which is not good, but I was able to deny him from taking a siege workshop in the middle of the map, because if he has a siege workshop in the middle of the map with monks on the way, that can be very difficult to deal with. Knights are still trying to find a little bit more value, but I have enough spearmen constantly being produced, especially because I'm winning water at the same time. still trying his best to try to kill my fish, but I denied him from doing that. In the end, I have 7 fishing ships spread out across the map, and crossbows and pikemen should be in an okay position at the moment. Yeah, I mean, I'm like super far ahead in economy. 2000 extra resources collected at this stage of the game, so the game is completely over. Yeah, I was hitting him at 2 spots at the same time, killed the monks with the scouts, and then killed everything else with the elephants. Behind this, I'm also adding a 3rd town center, and yeah, the lessons I basically learned from doing this is I need to definitely warm up a little bit more before playing sets, and to build up the consistency I need to be just grinding a lot more games than relying on practice sets. Like, I am doing very well in my practice sets, but I'm also not really playing against the highest elo players. No offense to my practice partners. So there is that disparity between my practice sessions. Like, some strategies that actually work in practice don't really work in the tournament, and also I get into my head too much, so I'm not really being able to pull off the same timings and consistency that I'm able to do in practice. So something I have to keep in mind. Maybe I have to take into account for that and play a little bit more standard compared to my usual YOLO stuff slash more creative stuff. I don't really have the practice in, because the phosphoro thing I need to pull off. I definitely need to do a lot more practice sessions on doing the build perfectly to get the timing correctly, because game number 1 was just free for VV. He pressured me and I collapsed immediately. But enough of that. Thanks for watching the recap. If you guys have been supporting me, I really appreciate all the comments that everyone has been making. And from tomorrow onwards, it's 15th February, the streaming finally starts. It's 6 p.m. IST or 12:30 or 12 GMT, something like that. I think it's 12 GMT. Yeah, 12 GMT or 6 p.m. IST is when I'm gonna start, and I'm gonna try to maintain it throughout the month. My goal for the first month is to get to top 10 on the ladder. I'm currently sitting at, if I alt tab and check, I'm currently decayed down to 33rd rank in the world. So my job for at least the first month, especially for a personal goal, will be to just go for top 10 in the world. The new civilizations are also coming for the DLC, so I'll be looking forward to learning them and perhaps using them in the next set I end up playing. The next set is also against Viper. Viper played very fancy against VV. He also died to VV 2-1. But I would expect him to have better preparation next time he's playing against me. Not because I'm something special or anything. I'm just expecting that to happen because Viper in later rounds is much more dangerous to play against compared to in the early rounds. His second set is also going to happen. I think he's playing against Dark, so that should be an interesting watch to see if he adapts from his previous set. And I think that's it from me, guys. I'm gonna see you guys on the stream and talk to you later.